Here is a quick look at our agenda. First, we will give an overview of our study and findings, followed by a deeper discussion on the context of our research. Next, we will discuss the research findings and objectives of the study. This will be followed by a summary of the qualitative research we analyzed before we created our survey. Finally, we will discuss the methodology of our research and analyze our key findings. Let's start off our presentation by providing a quick overview of our process. The major objective of our research was to improve T-Mobile's market positioning by finding key insights as to why consumers favored other cellular providers. For our scope, we limited our research to individuals living or working in the New York City tri-state area. We then administered a Qualtrics survey via our academic, professional, and social networks. To narrow our scope, we had two screening questions, asking individuals if they lived or worked in the tri-state area and if they were between the ages of 18 to 45. The former was established to ensure that we only looked at individuals who use their cellular phones in New York City, while the latter was meant to target individuals who we thought would be a greater source of revenue for T-Mobile. We believe individuals over the age of 54 are less likely to switch or have basic cellular phone plans, so they would not be profitable targets for T-Mobile to invest in acquiring. Our key findings were that price and data were the top two determinants in deciding on a cellular provider. Additionally, we found that providing consumers were not aware of T-Mobile One campaign. Once they learned about it, they were more willing to switch plans. Our recommendation for T-Mobile is that they redefine their target group and improve their marketing strategies through ad placements and communication of the plan itself. To further understand the rationale of our research, we need to first analyze the U.S. cellular phone market. The U.S. cellular industry is thriving with $225 billion in annual revenue in 2016. Over the next 4 years, it will continue to grow to an estimated $300 billion by 2020. With respect to market share, a series of mergers among large cellular carriers have led to 4 major market leaders. Verizon with approximately 34% market share, AT&T with a 29% market share, followed by T-Mobile at a mere 14% and Sprint at 12.9%. The remaining market share is divvied up among smaller local competitors including Link, Boost Mobile, and Cricket Wireless. All of the 4 major cell phone carriers have been present in the New York City market, which is a saturated market. According to the New York City Department of Consumer Affairs, 95% of all New Yorkers have a cellular phone. Independent research by RootMetrics, a research firm that provides data on scientifically collected and crowdsourced mobile network performance, found that while T-Mobile is on par with Verizon and AT&T reception, speed, and data performance, but in spite of this, T-Mobile is still a distant third in market share within New York. This led to our key research question of why is there a disconnect between mobile's market share and service offerings. Now to look at some of our qualitative research. To begin our research, we asked 6 colleagues residing in New York City metropolitan area about their satisfaction with their current cellular provider. Through our discussion, we noticed an emerging trend among our interviewees. First, they were currently on plans that shared with other family members. In most cases, this is a legacy from when they were younger and on a traditional family plan. These ties to our second findings, price value. Our respondents didn't change plans because they were relatively low priced from their legacy phone plans. Finally, our interviewees agreed that data was a major determinant in keeping their cellular provider. Now we will look into our survey methodology. Along with our quantitative research, we also sent out a survey to locals living in the and working in the New York tri-state areas. We're hoping to target millennials ranging from 18 to 34 on to 54. Surveys were conducted through call checks and sending out digitally through emails to a professional and social networks via Facebook and Twitter accounts. We were able to get 222 individuals to fill out the surveys in a 2-week span. We were able to get a response rate of 81.9, 100 eligible participants, those who lived in the targeted locale those who lived outside the targeted locale or above and below the age range were automatically filtered through with the Qualtrics program. As a quick overview of our segmentation of our respondents, we decided to look at the lengths of service which they were with their current provider and an overall satisfaction with their current service and plan. We found that the majority of our respondents were with their current provider for 5 years or over. We're going to look at how the segmentation respondents of service length might have a relationship with the overall satisfaction, type of plan, and service provider. Such segmentations can help to provide a target insight into the group, such as targeting lower-hanging fruit of those who might not be committed to their current provider or overall dissatisfaction. These kinds of segmentations could help us to position T-Mobile and the One Plan to specific messages and means of promotion. As a quick overview for some of our findings, we found that an overwhelming majority of respondents have cost of data as a major driver in why they would switch carriers. And when asked about changing carriers, who they would change to, while the majority of the respondents selected AT&T, a healthy 24 would switch to T-Mobile. In another interesting finding, close to 3/4 of respondents have never even heard of T-Mobile One Plan, which hits the target for to the two most important factors for the respondents, which was price and data. The plan offers unlimited data, text, and minutes for a flat rate. Finally, here we have our final recommendations to T-Mobile management. First, T-Mobile should target consumers who have been with their current provider for less than 5 years, as they are more responsive to switching providers. Since our survey found that respondents make less than $45,000 a year or more willing to switch carriers, T-Mobile should target those individuals. With respect to its marketing objective, T-Mobile should pursue the following strategies. First, they should increase advertising spending, especially on digital and social media, as this is where they're most likely to engage with younger consumers. Second, their marketing communication should focus on the price value of T-Mobile's One Plan can offer for the plan's offerings. Thank you so much for your time today.